Pickle! That's right, folks. We're putting one of our Score 91 cards in a pickle. Aaron's got the pack. The past couple days, we did the Rip and Packs face off. Aaron beat me again there. And then we did the Card Wars using the same pack to field the best team that we could. I won that one again. But we're collaborating again, putting one of these cards from our packs into a pickle to see if we can figure out what game it's from. Aaron, tell us what card we're hunting down today.
Yeah, so the one we identified from between our two packs was this Kurt Stillwell from 1991. The picture from 1990, obviously. And what you can observe here is like we're in the midst of a double play. Adam and I have not yet identified this. So we're going to be using our skills and our tools and see what we can find out. But before we dive into the tools, Adam, what do you notice first here? What are some things that we're picking out?
The first two things right away is I always try and figure out home team, away team. So we got the Royals in. I'm digging these home whites, bright whites, and then I'm noticing, obviously they're playing the Rangers, so we're gonna hone in on that. And then we've got looking at the helmet that the player is wearing. They're a left-handed batter. So off the top of my head, I'm thinking maybe a David Hulse or a Jeff Fry, going back to that era. What are you noticing?
Yeah, same thing. It does. Like I mentioned at the outset here, it looks like we're breaking up a double play. So when we go to the stat, we're diving into the stats here and what happened here. That's one of the things we're going to be looking for. The other guy I was thinking of, David Hulse, Jeff Fry, Jack Doherty.
Oh yeah,
maybe so. So anyway, we've got some players brewing in our mind here. Left-handed batter, Rangers. So we're gonna dig into the tool here, and so Adam's gonna take us through some steps here, and I we'll see how it goes. I might fill in some stuff about Kurt Stillwell as we go along here.
Yeah. All right. So we're going back to StatHead, one of my favorite tools, just a robust, search tool. So on this one, you can search for specific games. Last time with Vlad Guerrero Jr., we were looking up a particular event on the walk-off, but we're going to have to look for a game and then search within the game. And so we've got a little bit more of a challenge here today, but we're going to go... I'm going to search first for home games Kurt Stillwell played against the Rangers. So I'm going player batting game, searching for single game criteria here. So we're going for, we're going to look for Kurt Stillwell.
So one of the things with Kurt Stillwell, well, Adam's looking that up. So Kurt Stillwell played 2 years with the Reds. So he was drafted by the Reds, played 2 years, and then, well, how did he end up with the Royals? Well, I'm glad you asked. Kurt Stillwell was actually traded in November of 1987 to the Royals for left-handed pitcher Danny Jackson. As kind of the highlight of that one. He played a handful of years for the Royals.
All right. Yeah. So you may be noticing here, I'm doing some filtering. So I looked up Kurt Stillwell, 1990 is what we're looking for. And we're going opponent. As you can see there, we got the Texas Rangers. And then we're also going to filter by location. And this is a home game for Kurt Stillwell. And we're going to start there and see what we get. So we've got Kurt Stillwell playing, looks like 2 series at home against the Rangers here. So we could, search through these one by one, which we might have to do. I'm going to see if we can narrow down, so positions. So he played shortstop in all these positions. So, doesn't help us by like filtering by games that he didn't play in. Although I'm gonna maybe guess that it's not 1990 August 14th because he came in as a pinch hitter for that one. So thinking maybe he didn't play as much of that game. He only had one at bat. So less likely that he played in that game.
Adam, one of the things I'm looking at here too, and I think it is common with Score 91 with their pictures, and maybe you can verify this too, but a lot of these are day games. And so if you were guessing, I mean, this one's a little bit harder than some others, but are you going day game here?
Yeah, let's take a peek at day game. So actually, I can go back and I can adjust the criteria to choose another game filter and go with day or night. And we're going to go day game and see if that gives us something narrowed down a little bit here. Now we're down to 428 and 429. So early season games here. And maybe we'll just take a peek into one of these games. We're going to click on this date, April 28th game. We've got the Royals lost 9-2. We had a 1:35 p.m. start on a Saturday. We're looking for a double play. Trying to think.
So while Adam's looking that up, a little bit more about Kurt Stillwell. So Kurt Stillwell was for his career, a fairly average player. He made one All-Star team in 1988, shortstop for the Royals. And interestingly here, after he finished his career, he became a fishing guide. Later worked as an advisor to the Scott Boras Corporation. Who's that, you say? Well, Scott Boras is one of the biggest sports agents, and makes his players a whole lot of dough.
I don't really see double plays here. So I'm gonna search for. I'm gonna go ahead and look at the next game and see what we got. So we have a 1:35 start on this one as well. We're gonna take a peek at the play-by-play.
I've been looking here as well. So you might look at the first thing that looks like it could be in play here is the top of the fifth.
Okay.
That here we've got a ground out, second base to shortstop.
Yeah.
Force out at second. Jeff Hewson.
Yeah.
Would have been the runner on first base in this particular situation.
Yes.
There really isn't anything else here that looks like.
Yeah. So I think we found it here. We found the Sunday game, top of the fifth, to lead off that inning. Gino Petralli doubled to right field. Then next, Scott Coolbaugh grounded out to the pitcher. Then Jeff Hewson singled, moved Petralli to third, runners on the corners. Then Gary Pettis hit a ground ball to second base. Tried to turn two, didn't get it. And Gino Petralli scored, and Gary Pettis got to first base. The final of that game was the Royals ended up winning that one 5-2.
And in this particular game, Kurt Stillwell, not a great game, 0 for 4, 2 strikeouts. But at the end of this game, he was playing well at this point. Then April, he was hitting 386, the 444 on base, 1.041 OPS.
Well, Aaron, we put Kurt Stillwell in a pickle tag, got him.
That was a tough one. I hope everybody you hung with us there. Dig into the weeds a little bit, but we did it.
So we're putting ourselves back in the binder here. You know what? So now we got to talk about what's coming up next. We've conquered Tops 2023.
Yes.
Score 91. We've got some more Junk Wax era coming your way. 91 Fleer Ultra, the first season of Fleer Ultra.
Was it? Wow, there
It
we go.
was. So we're going to take a peek and see what that's all about. And we'll be back at it next week.
Shout out to the general public who's watching our shows, watching this stuff, especially our new content with baseball cards. We love baseball cards. They're so fun. So excited. There's so much to uncover in a baseball card. So if you have something, you have a card, you have something you want us to uncover with a card, we've had other ideas that we've talked about that we haven't uncovered yet. And we'll get there when we get there. But if you got something you want us to uncover, hit us up, drop in the comments, and we'd love to explore it. So thanks, everybody. See you next time.